It's so important. We wouldn't be where we are without St. Jude, and in turn, we wouldn't be where we are without those people that have donated. They're the reason why my son's still alive.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born of battles won. Battles won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a promise made to you for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a Canine Companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Beckett's amazing. He's a miracle child. In the mornings, he'll wake up and he'll roll the shades up and, Dada, it's time to get up. It's a bright, beautiful day.
He started getting dizzy. At the first of the year, he started going, I have to sit down, I'm dizzy, Mommy. A month after his 3rd birthday, he got diagnosed with ATRT brain cancer. All you can think of is, the kid's not gonna live. The fact that St. Jude doesn't build is a godsend. And the fact that we don't have to ask for help here makes things a lot easier to go through what we have to go through with Beckett. The fact that they are researching and they are saving these children, it's so important. We wouldn't be where we are without St. Jude, and in turn, we wouldn't be where we are without those people that have donated. They're the reason why my son's still alive.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Only 1 in 5 people with disabilities, including those with autism, are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do?
Okay, try me.
What about a programmer?
That is a job for someone with autism.
What about a teacher?
That is a job for someone with autism.
Oh, how about a healthcare worker?
Yes, those are all jobs for someone with autism. The truth is, qualified people with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas and beliefs. Businesses value diversity, but sometimes don't recognize the unique strengths and abilities of the autism community. Introducing WIN, the Workplace Inclusion Now program by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
Ooh, what about a ranch hand?
Yeah! Sure, that's a job for someone with autism too. To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win. That's autismspeaks.org/win.
14 years in prison for killing a young woman. A 15-year sentence for a crash that caused 3 deaths. 12 and a half years for killing a child and critically injuring her mother. All true stories, all caused by marijuana-impaired drivers. No matter what you tell yourself, if you feel different, you drive different. So, if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Steel.
I'm Linda Kenyon. The Justice Department's webpage for documents related to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is missing some files. CBS's Jacob Rosen has the story.
At least 15 newly released files have disappeared from the Justice Department's website containing documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, including one file that showed a photo of President Trump, CBS News has learned. CBS News downloaded the complete set of documents Friday and compared it to what was available online on Saturday. The Department of Justice has not responded to a request for comment about the discrepancy.
The discrepancies have fueled online speculation about whether they were intentionally removed from the website in order to protect people in power. How was Super Saturday? WWL's Dave Cohen has details from New Orleans.
The National Retail Federation expected record crowd shopping, and for many people, it was all they could handle.
I'm done. I'm finished. I'm not doing any more shopping.
Along with record crowds, LSU marketing professor Dan Rice says we're seeing record spending, but he says it's a little misleading.
Driven largely by increases in prices through things like tariffs and inflation.
Dave Cohen for CBS News, New Orleans.
Holiday travel is getting into full swing. At Los Angeles International Airport, there are long lines for everything. This man says even dropping off luggage before his flight has been a hassle.
This is crazy. I've never seen bag drop this bad before. We've been here for about a little over an hour now.
And then there's the flight delays and cancellations. More than 1,000 delays nationwide yesterday, as reported by FlightAware. U.S. forces have stopped a second oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. The BBC's Alfie Tobat reports.
Footage released by the U.S. government and verified by the BBC shows helicopters hovering above the Panamanian-flagged Centuries as personnel board it. Officials say the tanker was carrying sanctioned oil, which they claim, without evidence, is used to fund what they call narco-terrorism. But the ship is not on the U.S. Treasury's list of sanctioned vessels.
The move comes days after President Trump announced a blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers coming in and out of Venezuela. American forces seized the first oil tanker off the coast of that nation on December 10th. Say farewell to SNL's Bowen Yang. The comedian joined host and his Wicked movie co-star, Ariana Grande, during the monologue of Saturday Night Live last night on NBC to sing about trying to find holiday gifts for people you don't really know. Bowen Yang joined the comedy show as a writer in 2018. This is CBS News.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online at steelusa.com or in-store.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken pot pie. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls, whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Feel like the Grinch is stealing your Christmas? Your tree could be to blame.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. Wasn't that fun? Putting up your tree, turning on the twinkle lights, and hanging your favorite ornaments. Now comes the party crasher. Allergies. It doesn't matter if it's fake or real. Bringing a Christmas tree into your home can bring with it pollen, dust, and insect droppings. One study finds 7% of allergy patients can link respiratory or skin symptoms back to Christmas trees. If you can't live without one, experts recommend stocking up on allergy meds, cleaning artificial trees that have been in storage all year, and dusting off your ornaments regularly. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
A life ring and a lifeboat remnant from the famous Great Lakes shipwreck have sold at auction for $150,000 a month after the 50th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-941-2255. That's 800-941-2255.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Today brings a windy and colder second half of the weekend despite a good deal of sunshine with a high only reaching freezing, followed by a mainly clear night tonight and a low of 20. That leads to increasing clouds through the day tomorrow with a high of 39, before some drizzle at times and plenty of clouds on Tuesday, high 46. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist LaTroy Thornton, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Rob Fracks on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, your Pat Pack for a Sunday, and the lead is dozens of Pittsburghers spent their Saturday morning telling city council members something they likely already knew. Residents don't support a tax increase, and they don't want reductions in critical services. So here's the question. How does that happen? We went toe-to-toe with the listeners yesterday, just about 24 hours ago. It was the lead then, and it's the lead today after the residents have their say. I get it. Totally respect it. I don't want tax increases of any kind either. But living in the city, I've often said, it's a really unique opportunity because the city does offer a lot of unique opportunities, and those critical services are second to none. I have been in this place that is Pittsburgh for many years, since the mid-'80s, and one of the things that the residents have always told me, how much they appreciate the snow removal, the trash pickup, and all the other critical services that are out there, the police, the first responders, the EMTs, the firefighters. I mean, when I drive through the city and I see fire stations and zone stations, and I see these vehicles rolling through the city, I simply say more times than not, what a wonderful place to live. So what I would be doing, I would give that mayor-elect, Corey O'Connor, an opportunity to wrap his hands around everything that needs to be looked at. I would forge ahead, and I would start thinking about telling those who are in positions of political power that you need to start creating the business matrix, the jobs, the manufacturing. You need to go out and promote corporate America to return to the city of neighborhoods. And if you start bringing corporate business back, people will move into the neighborhoods. They will stay in the neighborhoods, and the tax base will grow. But right now, it's the old saying, you have to spend money to make money. Look, it's tough. It's rough. But all I ever hear is no, 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 no. Well, we should have been saying for years, why? 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 Meaning no jobs, no future, losing more as opposed to gaining in the way of census numbers. We have a really tough position right now in the city. And for those of us who don't live in the city of neighborhoods, many of us are dealing with the exact same thing in the communities we call home. We've seen tax increases in Beaver County, recent assessments. Hey, I hear it all the time. But the best way to turn things around, it will always be, as it always has been, jobs first, jobs last. Let's just look at this as a speed bump. Let's get over it, and let's get to the future by creating jobs. U.S. Coast Guard Maritime Special Reaction Team, assisted by the U.S. Navy, has seized a second oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. It happened Saturday. CBS Radio News moments ago with the details. This according to U.S. officials. Well, look, game on. Maduro has had more opportunities than most to push back or to at least lean in and have some sort of dialogue with the president. They just keep pushing their luck. And the president is simply saying, look, told you once, told you twice, and it's about ready to be go time. I'm starting to believe that it's going to happen more than ever. I don't know all the particulars or all the reasons, but I gotta believe that the administration has done their due diligence and they have left no stone unturned. But I'm also telling you on this Sunday morning, don't be surprised if there isn't some sort of government coup, that he is basically shown the door, taken out of office, removed. I don't wish any ill will on anyone, but I have to believe the people of Venezuela are saying, look, we're in the crosshairs of the most powerful nation on the planet. We are outnumbered. We are outgunned. We're all just trying to carve out a living. We're trying to make a go of it. And the last thing we need right now is any kind of conflict, but especially with the United States of America. It's not like the president hasn't warned Maduro. It's not like he hasn't fulfilled promises. I mean, there are a number of ships that have been disintegrated. The president was talking about bringing illegal drugs into this country. So Maduro, as much as he should be concerned about the United States of America, his head's probably on a swivel too. He's looking over his shoulder more times than not. Because I have to believe there has to be a movement somewhere, not just in the government, but in the streets, in the communities, in the neighborhoods, in that citizenship in the Venezuelan country right now that is saying, what has this guy gotten us into? What are we going to do if these soldiers from the United States start really coming into our country? How could we even think of possibly stopping that? I don't care how powerful they think they have a military or the ability to fight back. We all know in reality it's not going to happen. So Maduro right now, it's high noon. The president is waiting. The clock is ticking. Decisions have to be made because lives are at stake here. All right. Before we get to the phones, you know, you can always listen to us at 100.1 FM, AM 1020 KDK, or on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. But you can also watch us online with our KDK Radio video stream presented by Metropolitan Window Company. Just go to kdkradio.com and click on Watch KDK Radio live stream. And now you can also go to our KDK Radio YouTube page and watch everything that we are doing in the studio. Now, if you want to jump in, it's 866-391-1020. Already have some calls in the queue. And also, NASCO Roofing Instant Access to our shows. Click away. Email us at instantacces@kdkradio.com. Look, really mild out there today. But as we definitely have seen over the last couple of weeks, this weather has really been topsy-turvy, up and down, right? Lots of accumulation. We've had more snow from between Thanksgiving and now than I can remember in recent years, and they're talking about a lot of snow coming in January. So let me just suggest when the weather turns bad, turn to KDKRadio.com for up-to-the-minute news, weather, and traffic information. From the KDK Radio Storm Center, brought to you by Duquesne Light Company, larger than light, only on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM, AM 1020 KDK. It's been a busy couple of days for me. But we're going to get even busier because we've got the Feast of the Seven Fishes, in which we're going to be doing the full gambit from 5:30 in the morning until 1 at Coons Market on McKnight Road. And then, I want to remind you, doors open at 8, and then you're all welcome to pour on in because we're going to have food, entertainment, great guest conversations. And, we got something started yesterday that I haven't heard in a long time. Storytellers, people actually talking about things that they remember. And we got talking about downtown Pittsburgh. I can't believe how many people have reached out to me about that, just kind of reminiscing about downtown Pittsburgh. And it kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier, because if you get more stores downtown, you get more people on the streets with paychecks, cash flow, tax base. We're not going to be dealing with tax increases. And the people in the city of Pittsburgh won't have to reach into their wallet and spend more, and they'll get to keep all the critical services. So it's really been a good couple of days. Let's keep it going. We'll take a short break. Love to hear from you. If you have some stories that you want to share about the holiday season, past or present, you are always welcome, especially this time of year. 866-391-1020. Your Pratt Pack Sunday morning, back after a quick break and a quick look at sports. Next on KDKA.
No gift? No problem. With Target's last-minute gifts, the holidays are a breeze. You can score on the hottest toys, beauty must-haves, chocolatey stocking stuffers, and much more. And if you need it now, no worries. Swing by any Target store today and snag all the stocking stuffers and gifts for the most magical season yet. Step into the holidays, check off everything on your list, and save big on your last-minute gifts. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
News Radio, KDKA, Sports.
Sports brought to you by Coons Market with 8 locations to serve you a Pittsburgh tradition. College football playoff action yesterday. Miami defeated Texas A&M 10-3. It was Ole Miss over Tulane 41-10, and James Madison lost to Oregon 51-34. NFL action yesterday. Philadelphia defeated Washington 28-19 with the win. They become the first team in the NFC East to win back-to-back conference titles in 20 years, and they also eliminate Dallas from the postseason. Green Bay lost their quarterback Jordan Love to concussion, and they lost in overtime to Chicago too, 22-16. Basketball today, Pitt, Penn State, noon, 93-7 the Fan. Yesterday, Robert Morris defeated St. Francis of Pennsylvania, 79-70. The Pens were shut out against Montreal, the final 4-0. And the Steelers today at 4:24 will take on Detroit. More sports at 937thefan.com.
See website for details. Bills Happen is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Hey, Bills Happen! So when you need extra cash fast, go to BillsHappen.com. Have you been turned down? Are your credit cards maxed out? Do you have bad credit? Go to BillsHappen.com. You could find a lender and get up to $5,000 cash as early as tomorrow. BillsHappen.com is safe, secure, and all online. Just remember, when you need cash, go to BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com for the cash you need now. BillsHappen.com.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection. NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, for one night only, Wednesday, December 17th, Odyssey Pittsburgh, our stations, 93.7 The Fan, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, 100.7 Star, WAMO 107.3 and Y108. We'll be flipping the turntables and turning Mike's Beer Bar into the biggest Christmas karaoke spot on the North Shore, where our on-air host and local celebrities take the mic for celebrity karaoke. There is no admission cost, but bring canned food, donations to support North Hills Cares, details KDKRadio.com. I'm just kind of curious, how many of you in the audience have ever done karaoke? You know, I am not shy when it comes to a microphone, live crowds, spoke in front of thousands of people, done network stuff. I mean, been at this great brand forever, the pioneer broadcasting station to America. But I'm not a karaoke guy. I'm just being perfectly blunt. But one of my secret passions is, back before the pandemic, when we actually had some bars that would stay open past 8 o'clock at night, I would roll into some of these places in the town that I live in, and I would just kind of sit in the corner, have a couple of adult beverages, and I would just really love watching people do karaoke. And I got to tell you, some of these folks, and they were all good in my mind, just to have the courage to get up there and do it. But some were like really strong. And it just goes to show you, it's all about timing, okay? It's about being in the right place at the right time, delivering exactly what is needed. Somebody gets a chance to see you, and then they know someone who knows someone else. That person calls this person, they connect with the other person, and the next thing you know, you're up on the main stage, right? But I understand, even in my business, how competitive entertaining is. But man, when you look at those who make the gift of singing a part of their career, you just really have to be in the right place at the right time. I mean, I remember 2006, Taylor Swift is here, while missing Pennsylvania, singing the national anthem at a Steelers game. She's the biggest thing on the planet now. But what you have to understand, it doesn't stand still for anybody time. I mean, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Elvis Presley, they come, they go, someone else takes their place. It's just mind-boggling. And now, with all of these shows like America's Got Talent, The Voice, new talent is popping up all the time. But I know people who literally work hard during the day. They drive a truck, they deliver the mail, but then at night, they get dressed up and they will go follow that karaoke microphone. And they have their own little core group of fans who follow with them, people who sing in like groups of 5. They'll get up and do duets. I mean, it's crazy. And back in the day, when I moved back to my town that I live in now for the second time, every Sunday night, this one bar had karaoke. And Sundays and weekends, as most of you know, are crazy for me. I mean, I have very little room to do anything but work, right? And you get up at 2 in the morning, you're doing all of this here, about 20 hours over 2 days. And then, of course, you do all of the social media stuff. You start planning for the week ahead. So there's not much time. So you carve out a little bit of time each and every night, either after work during my week show or on the weekends on Sunday. Well, I would walk up to this little karaoke bar, And I would just sit there and, get a couple of beers, very, ball cap on. No one knew because I hadn't been back in town very long. And I am not I'm not a social butterfly. When I'm out, unless I'm with some people that are interacting in a conversation, I can sit alone for an hour or two just by myself, just kind of looking at people. But what was great about karaoke, you didn't have to really carry on conversations with people. You didn't have to get involved in conversations with people. All you did was just kind of sit there, maybe get some, finger food, pretzels, snacks, whatever, drink a couple of beers, and watch these karaoke performers. And after about a month or so, I realized that they basically traveled in groups. And this was like Sunday here, and then there was Monday here, and Tuesday here, and then eventually it would end up at this other little social club that used to be open a little bit later at night, and that too has kind of gone away. So I would kind of do the double thing. I'd go one place for an hour or two, and then I'd go down the street for the other few hours at that late night place, that social club. And I started to realize, and the wheels started turning, I'm surprised that nobody has never done like a reality karaoke TV show. Where you have like a competition and you just visit some of the top karaoke bars around the country. And it's really big in other parts of the world, in Europe and in Asia. Karaoke is massive. But the thing that blows me away, if you would do like this national TV, like karaoke show, you would find some really incredible, talented people that could push the envelope and push some of these big stars of today. And let's face it, downloading music today, social media, great brands like YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and X and all these things, Instagram that are happening, people have a platform now. They have the ability to be able to get out there and do their thing. And I just think it's a game changer. And it's intriguing to me how somebody, like my mother used to sing around the house all the time, especially during the holidays. You heard that story from CBS Top of the Hour about dusting off ornaments and this and that. My mother always, she dusted constantly. One time I was looking at a box of pictures and I kept thinking, where'd the extra lighting come from? They didn't have like ring lights and stuff back in the day. That wasn't what it was. She used so much pledge on the woodwork, like the bookcase and the trim around the baseboard, that the lighting just kind of just fed off of it. And the room was so bright because my mother was always cleaning, but she was always singing. And my mother actually wrote a song one time and got the song published. And my mother actually sang better than the woman who they used to record the song. So I just think and my mother was in this thing called the Ziegfeld Folly Girls. They would do, put on presentations every year at the local high school. So it's not unordinary. I guess it's not unordinary that there are people in our neighborhood that walk amongst us who have as much talent, if not more so, than some of these major stars. You just have to be in the right place at the right time and have to have somebody discover you. But I miss all that. I miss going to these karaoke bars and hanging out and talking to people or just listening to these people. And they're doing covers of some of the greats. Everybody from a Sinatra, a Barbra Streisand, or a Taylor Swift, or Ariana Grande. Kool and the Gang. It's crazy. Temptations, lots of Motown, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Jackson 5, and they nail it every time. And honestly, there are some that are so good at it, if you close your eyes while you're in that room, it's almost like listening to the person who originally recorded it. So I just thought I'd share that with you because of that story about Mike's Beer Bar. So you're going to want to check that out and be a part of it. I'm actually working that night, but I'll be honest with you. I would not embarrass myself to the point where I would make you all feel uncomfortable because the voice works. I can put a sentence or two together, and I do sing at home when there's nobody around. But, man, I love karaoke. And there are some really incredibly talented people out there, too, who do amazing at it. All right, listen, we got lots of calls. I'm going to get to them on the other side. I just wanted to kind of start a little slow today because it's the holiday, right? And we got a lot of tough stuff we have to talk about, and we'll do that. It's all good. So stay where you're at. It's your Pratt Pack CBS Radio News coming up in a couple, and then we'll come back, and we'll take some of your calls. Plus, Mary Hours, First Alert Forecast, KDK Television will be here as well. Stay with us.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection. NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
You've just crossed over into the antique zone.
At Ian Miller Antique Mall, save 20% starting Black Friday through December 31st. Join them for their Christmas open house Saturday, December 6th from 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Enjoy cookies, coffee, free raffles, and store-wide savings of 20% off and less marked firm. Santa Claus will be visiting from noon to 3 p.m. Don't miss it. Ian Miller Antique Mall in Verona. Like them on Facebook or call 412-828-3288. Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
Beckett's amazing. He's a miracle child. In the mornings, he'll wake up and he'll roll the shades up and, Dada, it's time to get up. It's a bright, beautiful day.
He started getting dizzy. At the first of the year, he started going, I have to sit down, I'm dizzy, Mommy. A month after his 3rd birthday, he got diagnosed with ATRT brain cancer. All you can think of is, the kid's not gonna live. The fact that St. Jude doesn't bill is a godsend. And the fact that we don't have to ask for help here makes things a lot easier to go through what we have to go through with Beckett. The fact that they are researching and they are saving these children, it's so important. We wouldn't be where we are without St. Jude, and in turn, we wouldn't be where we are without those people that have donated. They're the reason why my son's still alive.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
It's the 3rd annual Edgar Snyder & Associates Holiday Hoops Classic on Monday, December 22nd at PPG Paints Arena. It's a full day of exciting high school basketball. 4 games, starting with an 11 o'clock matchup pitting Carrick against Alderdice, and ending with a clash between Mars and Peters Township. It's brought to you by tobacco-free Adagio Health. High school basketball lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. The Justice Department's webpage for documents related to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is missing some files. CBS's Ali Bauman reports.
CBS News has confirmed at least 15 documents, including a photo of President Trump, have disappeared from the Justice Department's webpage for Epstein documents.
The discrepancies have fueled online speculation about whether those documents were intentionally removed to protect people in power. Get a move on. Time is running out to ship your holiday gifts.
To get those gifts where they need to go by Christmas, you'd better ship now. For UPS, you have through Tuesday, and FedEx lets you ship as late as Christmas Eve. But the longer you wait, the more you'll have to pay.
You better pack your patience if you're traveling by air this holiday season. Here's some advice from one traveler.
Get to the airport as early as you can. Do your best to be kind to each other.
CBS News Brief. I'm Linda Kenyon.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Support St. Anthony school programs and help students with special needs achieve their full potential through inclusive education, therapy sessions, and job skills development, serving students ages 5 through 21 with Down syndrome, autism, and other intellectual disabilities. Find St. Anthony school programs within select Catholic schools in the Pittsburgh area, including a post-secondary program at Duquesne University. For over 70 years, they have empowered students of all faiths to live independently and contribute meaningfully to society. Learn more or donate at stanthonykids.org.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A good deal of sun won't prevent a colder day for today with a gusty wind and a high of 32, leading to a generally clear night tonight with a low dropping down to 20. Tomorrow does bring back more and more clouds through the day with a high of 39, leading into a cloudy Tuesday with drizzle at times and a high of 46. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist LaTroy Thornton, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, let's start off on a lighter note. One of our favorites, Kathy and Imperial. Then we've got Ted and Ken, and waiting for Mary Hours to phone in as well. First alert forecast, if she is working today at KDK. We'll find out very shortly. Kathy, welcome. Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well. I wanted to call and wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
I haven't had a chance to call. Yeah, and you were talking about memories in Pittsburgh, but I want to say really quick, since you brought up the karaoke thing, my mom was a jazz singer in Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
When I was growing up, yeah, she sang at like Top of the Triangle, the Living Room, places, Clare House in the South Hills. But I grew up, she was also a vocal teacher. So I grew up singing, and so I love it. Oh, my gosh, I love karaoke. And she had me sing. I was like 12. She had me sing at the Veterans Hospital in Aspinwall and all, Italian Mother, just like, come on, and I do sing. I enjoy it, So I do have fun with karaoke. It
is really, listen, this Mike's Beer Bar event's going to be off the chart, and if I wasn't working, I would definitely be there. I honestly would love to just be at any karaoke event, any place, anytime, anywhere, and just applaud and just really encourage people. And again, even those who may not be able to carry a tune as well as others, just to be able to get up there and have the courage to do it, it's impressive, and I'm just a big fan of it. Always have been.
Yeah, it's a rush is what I can say, because I'm not shy. When it comes to stuff like that, I just go for it and do it, even though you're nervous, but it's so fun. But anyway,
okay.
Yeah. So downtown, I just have such fond memories of downtown Pittsburgh growing up. We would go, we'd drive into the city and go look at the lights, and I just remember everything being so like a slower pace. And my mom, they were talking yesterday, she didn't drive until she was like 53 years old, but we would get on the bus and go into the city, and just like Palmer's Restaurant, you remember that?
Yeah.
And Tambellini's, it was by, I think there was a Tambellini's right by Point Park College right next to it. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned George Akins that one time we were talking. I loved their chicken. But, and just, I don't know. I always think about that stretch there with Kaufman's and, all of that. And we would go to the TikTok, and when she was in a nursing home, when she was, elderly, and she passed away in 2018, but she would say, maybe we can still go one more time to the TikTok. And I was like, oh, we couldn't. But I was like, yeah, that'd be great, Mom. It's such good memories.
It was such a magical place all the time, not just at Christmas, but any time you were downtown was special, just any time.
And then I went to school down there on Smithfield Street at Pittsburgh Beauty Academy. I went there and just, I could go to night school if I had to catch up on some hours from 5 to 10, walk down Smithfield, walk down Liberty, and get on a Greyhound bus.
Clockwork, like clockwork.
Yeah, and I didn't think a thing of it. Just have a lot of fun. And I even went to Flint Park College as a kid. They had a summer stock workshops for theater because I loved that, and I'd take classes down there, and in the summertime for fun. But yeah, I just love the city. And it's love to see it come back to its original or how it used to be.
But here's the thing, Kath. If somebody would actually figure this out, you just need to get more corporations in here. You got to cut them a break. You got to, entice them. You got to put a sales pitch on them. You got to cut rent, do whatever. Fill up these buildings downtown. You have all of this property that's not being used. Let them use it for their manufacturing or whatever they're doing. Give them a break here or there. And then you'll start fixing things in Pittsburgh. But
you're right.
I mean, it can't be that difficult. Yeah. It can't be.
Because people, in spite of, what has happened, blah, 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 and how it changed, if you do that, it can become a whole new place. And this way that it's been in the last 15 plus years would be just a memory in the background that, oh, yeah, there was a time where Pittsburgh went through a thing. But you're right. It can get turned around. I agree. And I would love to see that.
So would
That'd
I.
Be something.
So would I. So what are you going to do this holiday? What's up for the holiday? What are you doing?
Oh, well, with all my kids and all the grandkids, it's always like days in a row of something because of everybody's availability, and they have in-laws and all. So yeah, we'll have them in for the week, like day in and out. So it's not like a one time we all get together and do this. It's like I make a ton of food, and it's here. We started that years ago because, when your kids get married, we didn't ever want to be like, you have to be here at 3:00. So we just make a bunch of food, and we're here Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and everybody comes and goes. And if there's a point where we're all together, it's great. But that's how we do it, just so that, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it is. So, I just think about how we would go with very little sleep, and my parents, no sleep at all. But 2 weeks, it was nonstop. It would start like the 22nd, and it would roll to like January 3rd or 4th. And it was every night.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is. We have parties, and just then we're invited places, and our daughter has to work on Christmas Eve in the morning, so our granddaughter's spending the night with us the night before, and just which is I love. It's great.
I bet.
She's 10, so it's fun. She still believes in Santa.
Absolutely.
So it's fun.
Yeah, and let her hang on to that too.
Oh, I know. She's super innocent. I love it. It's so sweet. But but that's what we're doing.
Yeah. How about when we were at that age where you started to bring that date or two for the first time home for the holidays? Remember those days, how innocent and just incredibly fun they were when you'd be introducing that significant other, the girl that you were going steady with, or the boy in your case, and you would introduce them to your parents and your grandparents. And I was always so proud of my grandparents and my parents. You know what I mean? It was good stuff. Those memories are long gone. It's over. So it is what it is.
I know. That's why we talk about them, to keep them alive, right?
Amen. Amen. Listen, have a good holiday. Thank you.
You too, Rob. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Right, Merry Christmas. Mary Hours, First Alert Forecast. So, Mary, I was talking about karaoke. I got to believe you've karaoke sometime in your life, right?
It's called Marioke.
Well, you know what? I love Kelly Clarkson, but she does this karaoke, just like you, kind of little play on words there. Yeah. Is she like one of the most incredibly talented singers ever on the planet Earth? It's incredible.
I think so.
That gift. There's not one genre that she can't cover. It's captivating. When I listen to her, I just get blown away every time. Every song that she covers, I'm like, how's she going to handle this? Country, rock, soul, rhythm, and blues. She hits it out of the park. She's amazing.
Yeah, I love her. She's perfect. I don't even think I've ever heard her mess up or crack or anything. It's just the range is incredible. It's hard.
It is. She's a power player too. She's got a lot of things going on. Listen, I noticed that we're looking at the upper 30s to the mid 40s on the holiday that is Christmas. So no white Christmas, but some mild temperatures.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're talking the 50s. So I think Halloween we were at like 53, so it's going to be warmer than it was on Halloween. So we'll probably get to those mid 50s. for Thursday, for Christmas, even in the 40s on Wednesday. We just have the chance for a few rain showers around on Christmas Day, and then we stay into the 50s even on Friday. So by the time we get to Saturday, we're in the mid-40s, but that's still above average. So, yeah, big warm-up. Today we'll have falling temperatures through the day, so it is going to be cooler. We do begin winter at 10:03 today, the winter solstice. And then, yeah, we have near normal temperatures Monday. So ultimately, it's a pretty decent week. And I'm not complaining because I kind of want an easy work week for Christmas week, you know?
So are you working this week?
I do. I work every day this week besides Christmas morning.
Oh, me too. So it's all good. Yeah, this is what we do. This is our chosen profession. I don't think I've ever really had. I mean, we have Christmas off here because we have programming, but I have to do some NFL stuff. But to be quite honest with you, it's kind of almost like it's expected of us. I don't know. I've never really minded working holidays.
Yeah,
it's tough when your kids are little.
I had last week. It is tough with the kids. Yeah, I had last week off for 5 days, and then now the stretch starts with like a 50 or so hour work week, and then I have to work like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. But we're just short staffed. So, I mean, I'm like, hey, I'm a team player. We'll get through this holiday and just try to make each day as easy as possible for myself.
Listen, back in the day when I was a whole lot younger, I went through like a 20-year period where from Thanksgiving till January 1st, I was here every day, sometimes twice a day. So that's just, it's the nature of the beast, but 'tis the season. Listen, I do want to say thanks for everything you've done this past year. You're just such a bright light, and I appreciate you, and your legend continues to grow. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you and your significant other, your children, your family, and just keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Oh, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
All right, merry hours working a little overtime. But, honestly, it wouldn't be the holidays without, spending some time with you on the radio. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We got Ken. He's still hanging in there. We're going to take some more calls to the top of the hour. We're going to be back in Open Talk at 6:30, so we'll kind of pick up on some other things there as well, too. But it is the holiday, and we're trying to ease into it. I'm going to be in tomorrow. We've got Medical Frontiers a little bit early tomorrow because of the basketball that we're going to have, that Edgar Snyder Holiday Basketball Tournament. Edgar Snyder, what a cool guy, great guy. I've known him for a long time and just a real big part of Pittsburgh. So looking forward to the basketball tomorrow, Medical Frontiers at 4. And then on Tuesday, I'll be on the Colin Dunlap Show, and we're going to really dedicate a lot of it to kind of getting you ready for the epic broadcast that we've been doing for 30 years, the Feast of the Seven Fishes. We'll have some holiday stories and some really good stuff I think you'll find interesting, and some great ideas to help you plan your holiday as well, too. And then we crank it up 5:30 in the morning until 1 at Coons Market on McKnight Road for the Feast of the Seven Fishes. So we got a busy week. Your Pratt Pack. Stay with us. KDKA Pittsburgh.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com. News Radio, KDKA, Sports.
Sports brought to you by Coons Market with 8 locations to serve you a Pittsburgh tradition. College football playoff action yesterday. Miami defeated Texas A&M 10-3. It was Ole Miss over Tulane 41-10, and James Madison lost to Oregon 51-34. NFL action yesterday. Philadelphia defeated Washington 28-19 with the win. They become the first team in the NFC East to win back-to-back conference titles in 20 years, and they also eliminate Dallas from the postseason. Green Bay lost their quarterback Jordan Love to concussion, and they lost in overtime to Chicago too, 22-16. Basketball today, Pitt, Penn State, noon, 93-7 the Fan. Yesterday, Robert Morris defeated St. Francis of Pennsylvania, 79-70. The Pens were shut out against Montreal, the final 4-0. And the Steelers today at 4:24 will take on Detroit. More sports at 937thefan.com.
Life-changing medicine is happening every day at UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute.
We have the luxury to be bold, to continue to be pioneers in the world for innovative heart care.
We are the place of discovery. Literally, the world experts in cardiac care are in this institution.
By combining technology, research, and the latest innovations, patients from all over the world come to UPMC.
Because of the expertise that exists here at UPMC, it allows us to take on patients that have been turned down at other centers.
We offer unique heart procedures that you cannot get anywhere else.
One of our founding mantras is that compassion has to be at the forefront of everything that we do.
From leading the region in cardiac procedures to being the only center in the state to offer integrated women's health and heart care, UPMC is pioneering life-changing cardiac care every day. Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
Have a house you're ready to sell? Ryan Shalaba here with the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, and I want to make your next home sale the easiest one yet. With over a decade in business and 175 plus 5-star reviews, we've helped people in all different situations get the most money out of their house when they need it. We'll save you time, money, and stress, and we'll even help you move. Call 412-500-9057. We'll get you a cash offer in as little as 24 hours. That's 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersofpittsburgh.com today.
Folds of Honor has been meeting Sacrifice with Hope since 2019 in Western Pennsylvania. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. 41% of Folds of Honor scholarships are awarded to minorities, making recipient families as diverse as the country we call home. Folds of Honor has earned the Gold Star Platinum Seal as well as a 4 out of 4 stars ranking on Charity Navigator. You can become a Folds of Honor wingman today at westernpa.foldsofhonor.org. Please donate today. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-941-2255. That's 800-941-2255.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/life.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, here we go. Right to the phones with your Pratt Pack. Rob Taylor, less than 10 minutes away with that news at 6 a.m. Kenny, how are you? Good morning, bud.
Hey, what's going on? I want to put a hands up to that raid they had last night in that oil tanker. I cannot believe these guys are coming down ropes in a moving helicopter on a moving ship. And that's number 2. I said, I don't care if they do 100 of them if it drops the price of gas in Pennsylvania. And anyway, out of that, real quick, I want to make mine quick. 37 states out of the 50 are under $3 a gallon. Then I'm really happy to see the young people engaged yesterday in that council meeting of raising taxes in the city. I don't know what they're going to do down there. If you put them into receivership, the city, it's going to get worse for everybody across the state. And then Deluzio brings it up about specifically the price of concessions at the baseball, I guess, Penguins and Steeler games. And you know what? Taxpayers have already paid for that. To have high prices for just the working class people down there, it's just off the chart. I'm trying to let's see, what else did I need? That's about it. I want to let Ted get in here real quick.
No, you're good.
You have a Merry Christmas.
All right, Kenny, you be good. Listen, Teddy just didn't wait. He's busy. The guy's probably hanging some Christmas decorations or something, but that's all good. So anyway, listen, I'm going to take it the rest of the way. We got a couple of minutes, and then Rob will get in here. And we are going to have an extra half hour this morning of open talk. We'll jump back in at 6:30 and give you an opportunity to talk about some of the things we've been discussing. This city tax thing, look, I get it. And I don't want you to think, that I'm promoting it. We have to have it, and it's the only way they're going to survive as far as the school, the critical services. And then we have to see what happens when Corey gets in. And look, Mayor Gainey, the pandemic, it basically shut everything down. Look, the pandemic, we have to step out of our own way right now. Whether we want to admit it or not, we are kind of guilty of what's happened in America with commerce and with businesses, and why some of these entrepreneurs are struggling because we got hermetically sealed in our homes. And I was guilty of it too. I mean, I had to. I mean, I wasn't really allowed to go anywhere. I mean, I didn't even see my kids for the longest time because I had a responsibility of coming into the studio and doing my show. And I had to remain healthy. I mean, that was a very deadly virus. I mean, I lost a very good friend, same age as me, who was healthy one day, and within 2 weeks, he was gone. And he was someone that I spent a lot of time with. We did a lot of socializing together, same age, same heritage, obviously same community, and had a lot in common. And he got it and was gone. And that really put the fear of God in me. And I'm like, look, if this guy can go, I better just continue to lay low. But what happened was, once the opportunity for us to take off that mask and go back at it, we didn't go back at it. So what happened was people changed their going out to eat habits. People changed their, going out to the local bar and having a couple of adult beverages habits. People changed their habits as far as going to that one store when they realized they'd been doing it online for years now because of the pandemic, and they were getting good results and they didn't have to actually get up and physically go. But there are some places that still need you to actually show up, buy a burger, grab a beer, get something for the home, a piece of clothing, something, right? But I'm telling you what's also on the verge of happening, and I want you to listen to me closely. Do you realize that we better start ramping up Main Street America again? We better start getting businesses in some of these communities that haven't had a manufacturing base in decades. Why? Look around. There are a few malls that are thriving. Ross Park, right? South Hills Village, right? Robinson Town Center, right? But there are others that are struggling, and you know who they are. And I want them to get as much business as they can this holiday season, because those malls are like cities within, a block of walls. There are thousands of people that have jobs. There's responsibilities. There's companies that have bottom lines. There's tax money going into communities. But a lot of these malls are evaporating in front of our very eyes. Walmart, for all of you naysayers, thank goodness they're still around and in the neighborhood because they bring you all the things that you need throughout the year, right? But that's changing too. I can't tell you the last time I saw a new Walmart being built. I mean, and as long as they were being built, I knew America was up and running. And as long as they're there, I know America's up and running. But we're going to have to start thinking about what do we do if some of this brick and mortar goes away. As much as people buy online and the Amazon trucks are flying through our neighborhood and FedEx and UPS, United States Postal Service, it's all good. But you still have to have places for people to go work, people to earn a living, people that all they have done is work in retail. And, a couple of times on this radio station back in the day when that's all we had, I was always working Black Friday, and I would ask people in real estate to call in, tell us about their experience, what they were going to expect over the next month. It doesn't really exist anymore. It's kind of like the storytellers. They're not really there as much as they once were. I mean, you had people working for Sears and Kmart for like 30, 40 years, Gimbels, Horns, Kaufman's, 30, 40 years selling shoes, suits, perfume, cosmetics. Doesn't work that way anymore. So we have to start rethinking the future as far as retail in America. And we better start putting a fresh coat of paint on some of these main streets, and some of these big suburbs better find a stretch of ground where they can create a main street, because you're still going to need that business matrix in a community to churn dollars and to have cash flow. So it's going to be a very interesting next 10 years. I'm telling you right now, we are either going to be in it to win it, or we're going to be left out in the cold. 866-391-1020. Keep that number handy, because at 6:30 we're going to open the phones again. Tech Vibe Radio coming up in just a couple of moments. Rob's got the news at 6. Busy day here till 1 o'clock. It's a Sunday with your Pratt Pack on KDKA. Good morning.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
With Rich Fitzgerald, Executive Director of Southwestern Pennsylvania Commission. The things you have told us is there's a need for these data centers. But with that comes the power necessary to do it.
A data center is really where the computations are occurring to provide all of the energy that is needed to run the things we see use every day, our phone.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Running a small business is a daily balancing act. One late shipment, one price hike, one employee issue, and your whole month, maybe the entire year, could be in trouble. That's where LendSeek comes in.
I needed $100,000 fast to keep up with inventory demands. LendSeek had me funded the same day I applied. Between their AI platform finding the fastest deal and a dedicated funding specialist guiding the process, it couldn't have been easier.
Our AI-driven platform matches your business with the right program from over 100 funders, up to $2 million in as fast as 24 hours. Don't wait until it's too late. If you've been in business at least 2 years with more than $500,000 in annual revenue, qualifying is simple. No collateral, no out-of-pocket costs, no hassle. From lines of credit, term loans to revenue-based financing, LendSeek is open for business. Apply in minutes at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know, taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 32 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Taylor. Police in Armstrong County are asking for the public's help in finding a missing man. The Manor Township Police Department says 31-year-old Corey Cook was last seen on Thursday morning around 8 o'clock wearing a burgundy hooded sweatshirt and jeans. He's reportedly suffering from paranoid delusions and hallucinations. His rental car was found abandoned near the Graff Bridge. Cook is 6'3", between 170 and 190 pounds. Anyone with information on Cook's whereabouts is asked to call police. A man is facing charges after police said an 11-year-old boy ingested drugs at the man's home. 32-year-old Ayodone Cole is charged with aggravated assault, possession with intent to deliver, endangering the welfare of children, and receiving stolen property. Cole's 11-year-old son was found to have ingested narcotics after he was taken to the hospital on Thursday. Police checked Cole's Duquesne home on Wool Avenue and found a large amount of drugs, including cocaine and heroin, along with 3 handguns. One of the guns was previously reported as stolen. Well, Pittsburgh City Council will meet later this morning to vote on the 2026 city budget, but more specifically, they'll vote on whether or not to increase taxes for 2026. Council members say there's a $20 to $30 million hole in the budget. Councilwoman Bob Rorwick has called to increase the city's property tax rate by 30% to close the gap and not have to cut some city services. However, dozens of residents told council Saturday they're against that tax increase. Well, following the vote, Mayor Ed Gainey has 10 days to either sign or veto the budget. CBS News has learned at least 15 documents related to Jeffrey Epstein that were initially released online by the Department of Justice have disappeared. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavidez says more revelations are coming out with the latest documents that have been made public.
Republican Congressman Thomas Massey, who co-sponsored the legislation, posted on social media the Justice Department's release grossly fails to comply with both the spirit and the letter of the law. Within the documents that were released, a police report from 1996. Jennifer Freeman represents that survivor.
She reported Epstein to the authorities, to the federal authorities, to the FBI. And as far as we can tell, it looks like the government did absolutely nothing.
KDKA Radio News Time, 6:02. The AccuWeather forecast coming up.